What's poppin', Moonbays? This is Eli Liberty, and you're watching Moonbay Explained. Enigma was really going to be something entirely different. It wasn't even called Enigma at first. It really just came because I wanted to work on more music. I felt like I had changed so much and like I was growing and evolving, and my experiences had just been entirely different from all the music that I was promoting and performing. And I would be at performances and I would be like, this don't feel like me no more. And I think it's all like, I think all artists really go through that, which is why artists have different albums come out, you know. Like He Cried Pink was one era. One of the last songs that I created was Just Fine, and I got to the point where I feel like I wasn't the same person that had made Just Fine. Like I needed something else to signify my growth and to really show what I've been through and like where I was at the time. Or I mean, I guess I should say where I currently am. You know, I've been through a lot. You know, I had lost my dad, and that was a lot in itself. And I stopped being friends with a lot of people as well. You know, stopped being cool with somebody who I used to call my twin. Like, and I thought that that was gonna be a relationship that never ended, and it did. And it was off some foul stuff that they did to me. So it's like, you know, it's kind of like, what am I supposed to do when I don't feel like stuff is just fine? So it kind of like turned into, you know, having to make other music to signify more of where my head was at that time, and, you know, really just being vulnerable with myself. And I feel like it was really time to be vulnerable, or more vulnerable, to the Moonbays, and all my supporters, because you know, it's important. It's important as artists to do that. And people call me an enigma. Like, people have always said that I'm a mystery. Like, people don't really understand me as a person. And, you know, I feel like with me being that type of mysterious entity to people who love my music and care about what I'm putting out, I feel like I wanted to go into a more vulnerable space for them so that there would be more relatability there. Like, I've heard people say, like, Eli, we have no idea who you are. Like, we know you make great music. We know that you can dance. We know you can sing. We know you act, but we don't know who you are. And it's like, okay, like, you know, I feel like now as a society, like, we're so engulfed in trying to figure out who people are and all that kind of stuff. And the people that I studied, they weren't even like that when they were, you know, doing music. Like, you barely knew things about your favorite artist, and that's just something that I always held on to, and that's something that I was used to, and something that I was okay with. Like, you know, I've never really needed to know about my favorite artists like that, because it never really felt like my business. Like, you know, if I found out, like, okay, cool, like, wow, I always felt like the music was the thing that I related to. I felt like right now, with the things that I've gone through and publicly said, you know, I feel like it was the time now for me to go into that vulnerable space and, you know, try to strip away the enigma of Eli Liberty, and, you know, be vulnerable and be more present with the people who are supporting me, and, you know, the Moonbays. And really, it's like a way of release. You know, it's another part of my diary right now. You know, I'm really wanting to get closer. Like, I really wanted to get closer to y'all. And you know, show y'all I am human, you know. People always think that I'm a robot. You know, I feel like I'm a robot sometimes myself. So it's like, you know, showing y'all that I'm human, you know, like revealing the enigma is really all this is about.